Hello and welcome to this session in which we will keep working with an engagement for review of financial statement, and we are down to point 6. Here what we have to do is obtain a client rep letter or representation letter. Now in the prior session specifically, we conducted in quote the field work, and in the field work we ask questions. What does that mean? It means we ask questions and we have responses. We looked at analytical procedures, and we performed also additional work. Now, remember, when you ask questions, people might not tell you the truth. Or if they told you something, they might forget what they told you, or they might forget it on purpose, or they might lie to you. Okay, great. Do you want to take this chance? And the answer is no. What you want to do at some point toward the end is to get a written representation letter, secure a written confirmation from management about key financial and operational matter. So there are certain things you want them to explicitly put down in writing that they told you, and they told you the truth and what they told you. So how do you do that? How do you secure that? Obtain a client representation letter. This is what we will discuss in this session. What goes in that letter? Let's go ahead and get started. Before we proceed any further, I have a public announcement about my company, farhatlectures.com.
Hello, my name is Farhat. You are here because you are either an accounting student, a finance student, or someone who's studying for their CMA or CPA exam. Great. You are looking for some additional help, and we can help you. I strongly encourage you to visit my website, farhatlectures.com. I offer additional lectures, resources, including PowerPoint slides, multiple choice questions, in some circumstances, exercises, and true-false questions. Our material is aligned with your CPA review courses, with your CMA review courses, with your college courses. I offer a risk-free trial that you can try to find out whether my website can help you or not. If you find it helpful, you subscribe, you keep your subscription. If not, you cancel, and your risk is free. If you like this recording, if you like my lectures, you would like what's on the website, give me a chance to help you with your college courses as well as professional certification. I hope to see you on the website.
So what is a client representation letter? It's a letter. It's a crucial part of the review engagement. It's a must part, serving as a written confirmation from management that they have fulfilled their responsibilities. Now we're going to spell out their responsibilities regarding the preparation and fair presentation of the financial statements. So the accountant would obtain the signed representation letter for all financial statements and periods covered by the report, even if current management was not present during the period, because there's a continuation from the company. Even if they were not present, they have to sign it. The representation letter should be dated the same day as the accountant review report, and it should be signed by typically the CEO and the CFO of the company, management member responsible for financial reporting. Now, failure to provide, if the company refused to provide, we'll talk about this, then this is a must. If it's a must, it means we have to get out. So we're going to see below later on how to deal with this if they refused. So what must be in that letter? We're going to look at its component. It should confirm certain key points that we believe it's there to protect us as accountant. One is the responsibility of the financial statement. The company is acknowledging that they are responsible for the preparation and fair presentation of the financial statements in accordance with the applicable reporting framework. Yes, they are, but I want you to acknowledge that you're aware that you are responsible. They are responsible for internal control and fraud prevention. Management would also acknowledge the responsibility for design, implementation, and maintenance of internal control over financial reporting. They are responsible for preventing and detecting fraud. They also gave us full access to information. This is important. This is important. They are acknowledging that they gave us full access. So later on, if they hit something, they would say, well, we told you to give us all access, and you confirm you gave us all access. Management confirmed that they have provided the accountant with all relevant financial data and given full access to records, documents, and people as stated in the engagement term. Truthful responses to inquiries. Remember, we make a lot of inquiries. Now we tell them, look, we ask you a lot of questions. We want to make sure that you're aware that we want those answers to be correct. We want you to be aware that these answers are correct. Management state that they have responded fully and truthfully to all accountants' inquiry. You provided us with a complete and accurate recording of transaction. You just basically gave us all the transaction that are reflected in the financial statements. What else? Fraud disclosure. The management must state that they are not aware of any fraud involving the company executive or employees with significant control, other people if the fraud could materially affect the financial statement. They also confirm that they have disclosed any allegation or suspicious of fraud. They did all of that. Any legal and regulatory compliance that they have to disclose, they disclosed it. Any known violation of laws and regulation, they might affect the financial statements. Any ongoing or potential litigation, whether it's properly accounted for or disclosed in the financial statement. Incorrected misstatement, management acknowledges that they have considered whether incorrected misstatements are immaterial to the financial statement as a whole. So they have to determine this. Now you have to be careful here. If you have many of those incorrected statements, they could add up to be material. So a summary of incorrected misstatement should be attached to the letter to let them know about it. Reasonableness of accounting estimate. Remember, we asked them, how do you come up with those estimates? They said, well, we use historical data, we use our judgment. Tell us how you do it. Management state that they believe the significant assumption used in making estimates are reasonable. Tell us that they are reasonable. You tell us. What should you do? You want to go to Farhat lectures, look at additional procedures, additional references in terms of lectures, multiple choice, true false. That's going to help you whether you are an accounting student taking an audit course or CPA exam candidate. The best investment you can make is invest in yourself. Good luck, study hard, and of course, stay safe.